Men judge by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of men who judge by appearances. Look around you. The world is full of loud men. Men who post about their grind at 5 in the morning before they have done anything. Men who announce their ambitions to anyone who will listen. Men who need the world to witness their effort before they have produced any result. They are everywhere. And then, there is another kind. He says little. He does not explain himself. He does not need your validation. He moves through the world quietly, with a steadiness that other men cannot explain and cannot ignore. The world is full of loud men. Kings are not loud. Which one are you? Machiavelli spent his life studying what separated these two kinds of men. Not as a philosopher, as a strategist who watched kingdoms rise and fall in real time. What he found was not talent, not luck, not bloodline. It was habits. 8 of them. This is what Machiavelli never said out loud, but lived every single day. Habit 1. He builds in silence. Watch a boy announce his goals. He tells his friends. He posts about it. He needs the reaction before he has done the work. He has confused the declaration with the deed. And by the time the reaction fades, and it always fades, so has the effort. The announcement was the achievement. There was never going to be anything after it. The king announces nothing. He does not tell you what he's building. He is not asking. When you announce a goal, your brain releases dopamine before you have done a single thing. The announcement feels like progress. It is not progress. It is a leak. Build in silence. Let the results make the noise. Habit 2. The mastery of reaction. How do you respond when someone disrespects you? Because your answer tells Machiavelli everything he needs to know about you. The boy reacts. He argues when insulted. He sulks when overlooked. He makes it effortlessly easy for every person around him to understand exactly how to control him. He is predictable. And predictable men are controllable men. The king responds, or does not respond at all. The moment you show where you break, you have handed the world a map to your weakness. When a man insults you, and you give him nothing, not anger, not coldness, just the same expression you had before he opened his mouth, he is disarmed. He built his move on the assumption of your reaction. Without it, he has nowhere to go. Control your reaction. Control the room. Habit 3. The elimination of approval seeking. Most men will never fully break this one. Underneath everything, underneath every version of himself he presents to the world, the boy is asking the same question. Do you approve of me? When you need approval, every person around you holds a leash. The man who has burned that need completely, permanently, is unchained. When was the last time you changed your answer because of the room? Machiavelli writes that a prince must be willing to be hated if necessary. Because the alternative, chasing universal approval, is the fastest path to being universally controlled. Stop performing strength. Start owning it. Habit 4. Think in decades. The boy makes decisions based on how he feels today. He quits the business in month 3 because it is hard. He abandons the skill when the plateau arrives. He leaves the investment when it gets uncomfortable. Every decision is filtered through one question. How do I feel right now? When is the last time you made a decision based on who you want to be in 10 years? Not how you feel today. The king plays a different game entirely. He thinks in years, in decades, in the slow compounding of daily decisions made consistently over time. Machiavelli observed that the rulers who lasted were not the ones who grabbed what was in front of them. They were the ones who could see 10 moves ahead, who made the move that looked wrong today because it was right in 5 years. Patience, in a world of impatient men, is not a virtue. It is an advantage. The man who can wait, who can hold his position while everyone else reacts, panics, pivots, and quits, will always inherit what the impatient men abandoned. Think longer than the room. Win longer than the room. Habit 5. Choose your alliances like a general. Look at the 5 people closest to you right now. Are they building something? Are they honest with you? Are they moving forward? Machiavelli had watched more kings fall from the wrong people than from any enemy or any battle. The boy surrounds himself with mirrors. He calls it loyalty. Machiavelli called it blindness. The king is ruthless. That is Machiavelli's exact word, about removing people who drain his energy, lower his standards, or pull his direction downward. You cannot be smarter than everyone, but you can surround yourself with people who are. If the answer to those 5 questions is no, that is not a mindset problem. That is not a discipline problem. That is your most urgent problem. Habit 6. Study power. Most men are willfully ignorant of how the world actually works. The boy works hard and expects to be noticed. He is loyal and expects loyalty in return. When the world behaves differently, when the less talented man gets promoted, when the political player wins the room, he is confused, then bitter, then resigned. Or do you actually know how the game works? The man who understands the unwritten rules of his environment will always outperform the man who pretends they do not exist. Machiavelli studied power the way a general studies a battlefield. Not to become corrupt, not to become manipulative, to survive. Study the field you're playing on, then play it better than anyone else. Habit 7. Discipline when no one watches. Public discipline is not discipline. When someone might see, most men can perform. The social pressure does the work. That is not discipline. That is performance. The boy needs the audience. He trains harder when someone might see. He works later when someone might know. Take the others away, and the discipline disappears. At 5 in the morning, alarm fires. No one will ever know if you get up or roll over. The king gets up. Not because anyone is watching. Not because anyone will applaud it. Because he made a decision about who he is. And that decision does not pause when the audience leaves. No one will see the morning. Everyone will see the result. The discipline you maintain in private is the compound interest that pays out publicly. It always, eventually, pays out. Habit 8. Sovereignty over self. The foundation beneath everything else. Not over kingdoms. Not over companies. Not over other people. Over himself. The boy is governed by his impulses. He eats when he is bored. He speaks when he should be silent. He reacts when he should observe. He believes he is making choices. He is not. The impulses are making the choices. He is just watching. Is this mine? Did I choose this? Or did something else choose it for me? Machiavelli's prince is a man whose desires serve his direction rather than consume it. A man who can sit with discomfort without flinching. Who can say no to the immediate in full service of the important. The world is full of men who own things, who have titles, who have audiences, who have status, and who are completely enslaved to their own impulses. And then there are the few, who own nothing spectacular, but who possess themselves completely. Those are the kings. Machiavelli did not write for the masses. He wrote for the one man in 100 willing to see the world as it actually is and do the work to operate within it at the highest level. Most men spend their entire lives reacting to the world, reacting to what other people think, reacting to what the room expects, reacting to their own impulses. Their whole life, a reaction. Most men spend their lives reacting to the world. Kings shape themselves first, and the world follows after. You have heard the 8 habits. You know what separates the kings from the noise. The only question left is the one Machiavelli would ask if he were sitting across from you right now. What are you going to do with it? Stay cold. Keep building.